All right, guys, we have got the Repu here from the Vargas brothers, and he has a little list of stuff he wants us to do on it. So we're gonna tackle this thing first. We're gonna try to get the alternator charging. We need to put in a wideband, and then we're gonna strap this thing on the dyno and clean up the tune. I'm pretty excited about that. This thing runs on Adaptronic and a little Vargas brothers little 13B. So this is pretty cool. Super neat setup. But for some reason she don't want to charge.
Is this the wire?
Yeah, I mean that could be. Yeah, I mean that could be why it's not charging.
We'll, you know, if there's not
I got my power probe. We've got stuff. Yeah, if there's nothing exciting it isn't gonna charge. So we're gonna tackle this one, and then we gotta tackle that other little mystery machine right there. So we got a couple little rotary projects we need to do here. And we're gonna see if we can't get this thing flying down the quarter mile. He says he's retiring it from the burnout shows.
We'll see.
We'll see about that, yeah. But
I think those tires need pop.
let's get into it and figure out what the problem is. All right, so we're gonna get this alternator pulled off. We're gonna run to the parts store and see if we can adapt something else to it, because these RX-7 alternators seem to be kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
So maybe we can find something else that is easier to put on it and more readily available, which would be a nice change for these guys, because this gets to be a pain when you go through alternators and you have to special order every one of them.
And it sounds like they've had this problem before, like being out places, even here.
Yeah, because we got two vehicles with the same problem. Besides the dent and the other one, it's not charging. So we kind of got to fix that
Besides
too.
this problem, we have that problem.
Yeah.
Shake that thing.
All right, so Jamie got the alternator off. And I shake it, but look.
Oh, it's missing this bolt here, bro.
Yeah, it's coming apart. Missing a bolt there.
How many of them does it actually have?
Oh, it's missing. It's got one.
One.
It's missing this one, this one, and this one. I mean, that couldn't help.
Yeah.
At all. So while he was doing the burnout, these things were just vibrating and rattling out.
So yeah.
Because look at this.
Oh yeah.
So it probably made contact.
Yeah.
And took it out. Could be the problem in the other one too. So.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we found it. He does like this pulley, so hopefully whatever we get, we can adapt it. And keep going. That's how you get a good hold of them. But if you got a rag or something, slice your finger.
Yeah.
I probably have something in my truck. Easy now. Woo. Yeah. You gotta go. Next is a pry bar, which I have also in the seat of my truck. Yeah, over the years I've kind of learned what stuff I need to be hauling around in my little universe. Plenty of time saving people off the side of the road.
No handle.
Well, yeah, I beat on it. Make a vice.
Yeah.
Alternator day, if you guys PFI speed. The back all tore apart.
Looks like probably these 4 screws.
Yeah. Get her all tore down here. Take a look. Alright, so we got the alternator all tore apart. And not visually nothing standing out, but we were missing all the bolts. What's it need to do?
You'll see that thing. It needs to come down because it rides on that.
So it's got these that ride on this right here, but you can't put it back in because they're spring loaded, right? So what you do, you push these down. Find yourself a piece of welding wire at Booster Boys compound. There's a little hole back here. Wiggle those through. Now both are down.
You want to set it down?
Yeah, the one spring was kind of not very good, so. We were talking about putting Civic guts in it. Ace hardware coming in clutch.
Yep.
Or coming in alternator. I don't know.
Just take a little washer and a lock washer.
Yeah, and some Loctite. That's fine, some Loctite. Here we go. Time to test it.
I don't really know if this is going to fix it, but it's worth a shot. What do y'all do?
But the contacts were stuck down, so we got them up, so maybe it'll work again.
Yeah.
And all the bolts had rattled out.
All the bolts except one. Really? Yeah, three of them were gone. It's like what the NSX did. It was missing 2 bolts and the other 2 were loose.
Yeah.
This one only had 1 and it was loose. Nice. Hopefully it works. Yeah. I feel like that's a hard to find starter.
Yeah.
Alternator.
But yeah, it was super
really
hard.
Is. Yeah. We've been trying for a couple hours.
We were gonna mod out some Buick one and some Chevy ones. And
yeah. Make it work. What's up with the wire? What's that do?
that holds the contacts down so you can put the alternator pins in.
So the
contacts,
shaft where it's
so
got
they're all
the 2
sprung.
contacts, it's like a tensioner. So you just push them down, put a pin through here, and then it holds them back. You put it all together, pull it, and they slide out right up. That's cool. So one of them was actually stuck down where it wouldn't even touch it. Oh, really? Yeah. All the threads here.
If it charges, we win. If it doesn't, we just learn something.
All right. That superior thread engagement. Yeah. All 2 of the threads. Yep. Put the Milwaukee on 3 and let her eat. How did you know I had that out here?
Hold it with the rag. Repu. All right, alternator is on. Wires connected. Belt is good. And guess it's time to test this thing. Jamie's getting battery hooked up. We noticed that the terminals were not tight, which is could be another problem. So we're gonna go ahead and get those tight.
You wanna hold this up?
Yep. I like how they have the batteries all right here on the side of the Repus.
So I like these battery tie down ones.
Dude,
bro.
that is cool.
Like it's all like,
Yeah, it's a Repu.
pretty cool.
Pretty cool. PFI speed auto electric. Look, we're not alternator rebuilders, but we know what loose bolts are.
We can sure tighten them bolts. We should call him and tell him that.
But did it work?
It worked. It's now it's charging 13.2.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was 11.7, so it worked.
Nice.
I'm pretty stoked about that, honestly.
Yeah.
One more to do. And it was the price of bolts instead of $250.
Yeah, these alternators ain't cheap.
There's crazy money. Yep.
You don't have to give it like a signal wire or anything? It just,
No, once it gets to 3,000 RPMs, it just does its thing.
It just does it.
It excites itself.
That's cool.
So, yeah, the voltage was really low, and then he popped some revs in it, and
You
instantly.
gotta rev it above 3, and then it's charging.
Yeah, it was cool. So now we just got to do a wideband in this one, run through everything. Obviously, we found loose bolts everywhere.
Yeah, you see that one down on the bottom, Wyatt? I see you looking at it.
Well, I'm just looking at the pulley too.
Right.
You need to get a big old pulley and freaking overdrive that thing.
Yeah.
Which one?
Get a bigger pulley on the crank or a smaller for the alternator.
Yeah, and this was
Get it
something
faster.
he just got too.
Yeah.
He was like, make sure you use that pulley. But I can see what you're saying. A little smaller so it just spins a little faster.
You wouldn't
So
have
if
to rev
this
it up
is,
as hard.
yeah, you could have it on at 2,000 or 1,500, it'd be nice. But I think they're worried about over speeding it at high RPM is what they're kind of probably worried about.
I don't know if it's 3,000 RPMs, not like the
Right.
tack works.
Yeah.
You did like a little gear towel.
Yeah.
You got some different pulleys.
But yeah, little love and should be rocking.
Legit.
We get to dyno it too, which is I'm
Yeah.
excited about.
That's awesome.
And it's pretty cool. We're learning.
Never taken one apart before. Yeah.
Is that the LS throttle body on it? I just noticed that.
Yeah, it's a nice setup. It's not looking like it.
Guess we're gonna do another one just to show you guys.
A brown one at the shop Jamie could use.
Hey, we forgot the shout out.
Yeah, we
The
still gotta do
Dragon
this
Fire,
shout
bro.
out. Dragon Fire for the coils. They actually sent them to us for,
They wanted us to test them.
yeah, they wanted us to test them on something, so.
Oh, we tested them. That's the whole reason FL2K happened.
I've just been carrying them around in the trailer. I was like, you know, I'm gonna just put them in my car sometime.
Right?
And he was like, man, we burned up a coil. I was like, man, we got a box of those things.
So to catch you guys up, Jamie and I had the alternator on. You guys saw us test it, and it worked fine for a little bit, for about 5 minutes, and then it died again. So we pulled it off, and we actually found a little alternator electronic repair place here locally.
Alternators and starters.
Yep. And they actually put some
So
super guts in this thing. They really beefed it up.
Yeah, the regulator was bad. They put new guts in it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff wrong with it. So
They got it all fancy now. And then Mike flew in. So now we figured before we go to
Mike needs a
OSW,
daily.
yeah, we should probably throw the alternator on here.
We would
And,
drive it over there if there was enough E85. I don't think it'll make a 2-hour trip though.
2-hour trip. This is how he drives 2-hour trips.
You don't got AC, that's like how you get air.
You just put your hand right through the hole.
I just open this up.
Oh yeah. So just constantly moving air. But we've gotten pretty good at this alternator.
I might
So-
need your
Little.
little.
It off a couple times.
Yeah. We're pros. Oh, the spacer got you.
No, no, that was just the other bolt.
Oh yeah, we didn't want that one anyway. Oh. And I did hurt my back yesterday, so I'm moving a little bit slower than normal. We had to carry the boat out of the pool and just leaned wrong, and at my age you just gotta watch that shit. So
you just can't lean wrong.
that's a fact. How much fuel you got?
Not enough. Probably like 5 gallons.
We can take it to the dyno later and rip it.
See what was making FL210.
Yeah, right. Cause you just did a little street tune on it.
Oh yeah. Then,
With the wide band.
Yeah, the non-existent
And everything.
one.
Oh yeah.
Kyle says somebody has a tranny, like locally.
Oh
This
really?
one doesn't shit fine.
Well, I'll
If
swap
you
it.
wanted to race it, like you just have to swap the tranny.
Yeah. See, did you tell him to get it?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. And then I'll just throw trans in. This thing probably takes half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's a synchro problem with it. That's why it won't go into gear.
Because it wouldn't shift on you at high RPM.
Yep.
You had to let it drop and then it would go into
Even
gear.
at low RPM, it doesn't want to go into second. So the problem is going into second gear.
And it's nice having one wire.
A little boost leak over here.
Would you rip a hose too? What else did you find? Oh, that's a ripped hose. When you just want to look at Mike for a minute.
I don't know how it's gonna do with those tires.
Yeah. I know, you took your slicks home.
Yeah, well, they're supposed to be for the drag FD. This truck doesn't have a set of slicks. Alright, so since it doesn't have the wire hooked up to it, you gotta
You gotta rev it, yep. When I hit it, it went up.
You should don't need it, but I guess we need a
You know, we could probably just go from one of these right to it, is what me and Brent were looking at.
Because that's ignition with the key, so turn the key on.
Keys off,
Yeah.
keys on.
Yeah.
So we can just go from that one.
Let me look.
Okay. Yeah.
We've got
All right,
drops
so
it down to 12 volts.
we just ran an exciter wire that's off the ignition. All right, so we're at 11.7 right now.
Look, lizard down here in the frame. Larry.
Oh yeah, there he is.
I'm gonna take him on a drive.
Chilling. Well, voltage works now. A little too good almost. Alright, so I just came in and got Brent so he can go for a test drive. But let me inform you what's going on here. Okay? It wasn't charging. And so I took the power probe and I hit the exciter and it charged.
Oh, okay.
So I put an exciter wire on it, but it's charging really high.
Like how high?
I'll let Mike tell you. He's okay with it. Like 17, 18.
Weird.
I love that look on your face.
That's enough to cook the battery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wires get a little hot.
What are we cooking?
I don't know. We got smoke coming from here.
We're gonna melt some stuff.
Well, the battery's back there. Is it wired?
Well, he doesn't have a fuse here. He's got it just jumped with a wire, and it's getting warm.
But just 18 volts is too big for that wire? I take it.
What wire is that?
That thing's beefed up, man.
They did beef it up, but I would think the regulator should knock it down. I mean, that's the whole point of a regulator.
Just to regulate?
Yeah, it's hot over here too. It's an internal regulator, so not sure why.
Well, and that is something they replaced in it was the regulator.
Ooh. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
because
did put a new thing in there.
Yeah, this is just to turn on the regulator. That's it. So.
But he did say it was set up to be a one wire. Like, he did say that. There.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah. We gotta find out how to turn it down.
Yeah.
Did he
We
set
can
it up
touch
to
base
not
with
be
him.
regulated?
No,
You
he
think it needs an external regulator?
he said he changed the regulator. Like, those were his
I
words.
told him we could put an external regulator on it, the Omni one.
Well, the Omni one is for a field type, so it's got to be based on a ground, and then it pulls the ground from, you know,
Gotcha.
like a Mopar alternator or some GMs are not internally regulated, so you have it on external. But we'll just have to mess with it some more later. Let's just go to OSW and then
Have fun.
yep, and then we can mess with it Sunday or Monday or whatever we feel like doing. We don't really have rules, so.
Rip with no alternator. Get him, Brett.
Brett, he wants to take it.
The battery's excited anyway already.
Drive's ready to go on alternator.
That was fun.
Not that hard to control either.
No, thanks for the rip. That was great. Damn, that Repu rip was so rad. That thing was so much fun. Woo! It was a short little rip, but we had a good time.